That's that raw, y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, Music with Purpose Live and Raw presents Michael Simmons.
Hey, how's it going? All right, I'm going to open with the song. It's about relationships and stuff. It's called "Am I Dreaming?" Is it me? Yeah. For a moment, I can't see why you play these games. It's so stupid, so don't cry. You pick yourself up from your bed. If I have to, so do you. Ignore the cage, so prove it. Think about this all the time. Now I've wasted so much time to figure out what's on your mind. This whole thing has got an hope, so pinch yourself, I'm not dreaming. Could it be, yeah, you found someone with equal smart? You look at me, yeah, I got love spit on my face. And when I showed you, you run away in a heartbeat. When I look at you, you have no clue on what a man is, what he is, who he is. Now I've wasted so much time to figure out what's on your mind. This whole thing has got it all, so pinch yourself, I'm not dreaming. Now I've wasted so much time to figure out what's on your mind. This whole thing has got an hope, so pinch yourself, I'm not dreaming. Someone who caught on quick. Now look who's laughing when your good man dogged you out. The temperature is dropped inside my heart. Stupid me, I gave it all away. Since I got this feeling, my face has gone too plain. Half is me because I'm trusting. Now I'm just a man with overwhelming detours, grimacing into a mirror. Think of me inside, catatonic. Look into my eyes, inside you see I'm frozen. You see I'm frozen, unable to feel the things I should. walked the path of life, chose to make a stop. All I wanted was a rest. When I woke up, I was bombarded with questions. Did I miss something? Now I'm trapped in ice and quotes of moral value, and I'm shivering and sleeping. This isn't life, breathing underwater, more like hypothermia. Think of me inside catatonic. Look into my eyes, inside you see I'm frozen. You see I'm frozen, unable to feel the things I should. Think of me inside catatonic. Look into my eyes, inside you see I'm frozen. You see I'm frozen, unable to feel the things I should. I'm frozen, unable to feel the things I should. Yeah.
Hi, you've tuned into Music with Purpose. This is a show about all kinds of music with all kinds of performances, all kinds of conversations with all kinds of performers. And we're going to be talking about meaning and purpose about music, all types of music. I'm Lisa Catherine, and I'm your guest host tonight, and we're with Michael Simmons.
How you doing? How you doing?
Welcome, Michael.
Yeah, I'm good.
I've been looking forward to this interview for some time now because, well, we were introduced a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And I admired you when I met you. Actually, I think I met you. You were out singing karaoke. It was the first time I met you.
Or something.
Yeah, music, of course. But the more I got to know you, the more I admired you, and the more, and you're just you as a person, and your talent and your story. So I was really, really wanting you to be on the show, and I'm just really glad you're here. I usually begin with brief bios, and I know you're still working on yours.
I have to update it.
You've been through a lot this year too. Holy smokes! We'll
Yeah,
talk a little bit about that later. But with your permission, I'm gonna just read off what is on your Facebook page.
All right, that's groovy, man. That's fine with me.
Okay, it's just a little blurb. You said about you that I am a multi-instrumentalist with stage 5 end stage, which is what stage 5 means, kidney disease.
Yeah.
And a heart surgery survivor. And
Twice.
I'd like to add
Twice.
this year too, right?
Yep, twice this year.
I'd like to add you are also a singer-songwriter and a bass player extraordinaire. So, right to the questions, because there's a lot we could talk about.
Okay.
I like to know, when were you first exposed to music? When were you first drawn to music? How old were you? Do you remember the song?
Like my parents, my parents were really musical people. My mom, she sung gospel music, she sung jazz standards, she sung opera music. And my dad played blues. My dad was a blues guitarist. And we had some really great music in our house when I was born. You know, I learned how to play when I was like 7 years old. I learned how to play the guitar. And I didn't start taking it serious till I got about 12 or 13. And that's when I'm like, wow, you know, there's more to music than the 3-chord pop song. And so, you know.
So you were 7 when you first started playing?
Mm-hmm. I was 7.
And then when you were 12 is when
I was about 12 or 13 when I realized that this is something that I have to take seriously. Yes.
Now, did you take any lessons?
I learned how to read music 10 years after I'd been playing. I had to learn because when I was in high school, my friend, her name is Kelly. What's up? She's probably watching this. Um, we were kids, and she's like, "You really need to learn how to read music because even with the knowledge that you have right now, if you knew how to read music, it's another language, and you can extend what you know." I said, that makes a lot of sense. So one day I was skipping class. I was in the back playing guitar, skipping class in the alley we had at school. And the gifted and talented guy had come and caught me, and he goes, "Why don't you come with me?" I thought I was going to the office. I thought I did something wrong. It's like, oh boy, here we go again. So, he brings me into his office. He goes, "You play guitar really well." I said, "Well, thanks. That's cool, I'm crapping myself. I'm waiting for him to say, "You're going to the principal's office." I was waiting for that. But that didn't happen. And I told him I didn't know how to read music. And he says, "Don't worry, I'll take care of that." And I learned how to read in about 6 months. And then after a year, I could sight read. I could open up a chart and read it and play it.
And you're playing guitar.
Then that's around the time I was still playing guitar. The bass was coming more into it. I was playing upright bass. I didn't play electric bass at the time. And after I figured that out, that's when I got into the jazz band playing upright, and the rest is history on that.
I've seen you play the upright.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat. It's a big piece of instrument.
Yeah, it's furniture.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's furniture. You have to have a place in your house for it. It's not like a guitar. You can throw a guitar in the corner.
Right.
You can't throw it upright in the corner. You can't do that.
Let's talk about your bass playing, because you didn't play the bass tonight, and they're not going to be hearing you play the bass later. But that's how I met you, really,
right,
performing with the bass, and you have a pretty special one with you tonight.
Yeah, it's a Hofner Beetle bass. It's brand new. It's a 2018 issue bass. It's pretty nice. Sounds good. It's very light. And no matter what amp you plug it into, it sounds like a Beatle record, which is cool. I don't have any complaints with that.
I heard you talking, maybe it was even last night, I'm not even sure, when you were talking to somebody about different kinds of bass guitars.
Right.
The different sounds. And
yeah, of course,
like,
that particular bass guitar there is what's called a semi-hollow body. It's, like a lot of guitars or basses you see, they're usually one solid piece of wood. These aren't. Mm-hmm. They're chambered, and they have a block of wood for sound, and it changes the sound a lot. I always like the sound of hollow body instruments, semi-hollow body. I'd like to get another semi-hollow bass like that, but at least that deep.
So it affects, I'm sure.
Yeah, it makes it, your bottom end and your mids are really just like fat and punchy.
You were talking really cool about a Fender.
Yeah.
What's the difference between
the difference between, for me, it's I sold a Fender to buy that. Fenders are great instruments. But they're just so heavy. That's the only reason why I got rid of it. Mm-hmm. I had to get rid because, I had all this surgery and stuff. So I'm like, I tried to play it. I hung in there for about 3 months. But, you can't really play that bass for 4 straight hours. Not.
Because they're heavier.
It weighs a ton. It's like you have an adolescent strapped. A sleeping adolescent is strapped to your body.
Gotcha.
That's what that thing feels like.
I learned something.
Yeah,
I'm always learning.
Tell you. Yeah. Fender guitars weigh a ton. Gibson guitars weigh a ton. Hofners are. This is 10.5 pounds lighter than the jazz bass was. 10.5 pounds. That's a small child,
Yeah, it is.
Strapped to your body, sleeping.
The guitar to your right.
This guitar is 1939 Marwin Triumph. To be honest, you know how I got this guitar? I found it. I was walking down the street. I was on Pratt Street, and that's when the Mills was still standing. Oh, yeah? And there was a lot that has a bunch of grass and stuff in it. So when I was walking, it was laying on the ground, and you can see the binding. And so through my peripheral vision, I said, "Oh snap, that's a guitar." So I walked over and looked at it. I said, I brought it home, threw some silica gel in it because it wasn't like raining, but it was starting to mist. So I brought it home to get all the moisture out of it. Looked it up online and said, "Holy crap, look what I got."
It's very, very pretty, actually. Yeah, so you could tell it's old. That's pretty.
And that was cool.
Your music, Simmer.
Yeah.
The band.
Yeah.
1994.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about that. What's the kind of music? And now some of the songs that you're doing for our episode are some of your originals from your CD from Simmer.
Yes.
But you were telling me about how your music, you haven't traveled, but your music, Simmer's music is really popular in Europe.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, Europe, the people, they love my songs in Europe. It's pretty cool. This was even before I had a Facebook page. I still have my Reverb Nation page, and I had that longer than my Facebook page. And when I put the music out, all the positive feedback that I got and was all in Europe. There's people in Finland, people in Estonia. I'm like, I don't even know anybody in Bulgaria. I don't.
That's cool.
But there's people saying your musics are good,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, thanks, man. So
Well, maybe because it's different. I know we've talked to other musicians, and they go to different countries, and their music is different, and that's what people like about it.
yeah,
'Cause it's
it could be different. I mean, it's like it's not every day that even American white folks see a black dude playing rock music. When you see it, you're like, at first you're kind of taken aback by it, and then you're like, ah, that's all right. It's cool, man. It's cool. There's white rappers.
Very true.
So why not?
One of the things that impresses me about you is your health. I'm like still blown away that you have so much vitality, and you're singing and you're playing, and nobody would ever know that what you're going through physically.
Right. It's because, there is more to it for me than just getting better. You got to get better to do what you're going to do with your life. Otherwise, you're just going to die. That's basically what I did. I was like, you know what, man? I got to finish raising my kid. What's up, Joe? I got my music. That's it. That is it. And you gotta get up and do it. I mean, some days I feel awful, man. Some days I wake up and I'm like, I feel like I got hit by a train, but I'll still go out and do what I got to do. Because you can't sit around and dwell on it. It's the worst you can do.
And we talked a little bit about your music being part of your healing.
Yeah, real like therapeutic for me. Because even if I'm like playing a guitar, playing a bass, whatever, even if I got my headphones on and I'm listening to music, things just seem to not bother me. Everything's all right until the song ends and I got to take the headphones off because my kid needs me to do something.
Right. What would you have any messages or that you'd like people to know about your music or about music in general, how you feel about music?
I see music as living theater. Each one of us as individuals, we write our own songs, we're the artist. I personally, if I write something and it means something to me, it can mean something completely different to you in a relative sense, you know what I mean? And I'm cool with that. That's why I just, if I write a song, it's what I'm feeling. It's like, if you can hear it and there's something you can relate to in that music, it could be something that's completely a different subject than what the actual song is. It could be something like that, and it's like, wow, I can totally understand where that's coming from. That's when I know I'm like, yeah, I did it right that time. I like people to think when they listen to my songs, I think I remember it's around 2003. It was probably the best compliment I've ever got in my life. My band Simmer, we played Cherry Street Station with another like an indie band, and they've heard us play a bunch of times. When we were setting up our equipment to go on stage and play, he goes, "Oh no, it's time to think." I'm like, "I got him."
Because they know your music,
right?
And your music
that's
makes them think.
I just want people to think. That's all. I want people to think. I couldn't write a good time rock and roll song if I wanted to. If I did, it would sound really contrived.
Interesting.
It would. It would be like that. There was no feeling in that whatsoever. He just wrote that because he could.
Well, we're out of time for chatting.
Okay.
So that means we get to listen to more of your music and we get to think.
Yeah.
So yay. I'm looking forward to listening to more. I know our audience is waiting too. Thank you, Michael. It was awesome to have you here.
Well, great. Yeah, man. It was cool, man. Definitely.
Good night.
Yeah.
You're a witch, thought you were my friend. it was only monetary. Told you something, I told no one else. Turn around and sell me out. Feeling sorry, sentimental fish hook. Cast a catch of so black. Take your soul, give it to Jesus, 'cause your blood belongs to me. That's alright, yeah, you will get it back. What comes around must go around again. Smile at me like you really care. Were you acting? Well, obviously, Malcolm X warned us of you. I've been hoodwinked, been bamboozled. Ain't some stupid ass anymore. But there I was, looking stupid, really clueless until now. And I've been patient, like a real man is. And you use words like chickaboo. That's alright, yeah, you will get it back. What comes around must go around again. Smile at me like you really care. Get it back. What comes around must go around again. Smile at me like you really care. You were supposed to be my friend, backstabber. That's alright, yeah, you will get it back. What comes around must go around again. Smile at me like you really care. Thank you, everybody.
I just want to say, until next time, we wish you a life full of music, love, and peace.
Peace. Thank you, everyone.